Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy.
And we are live, but again, it's on the internet, so it must be true. But this little thing that you can't see says that I am, so let's just roll with that. So welcome everybody to another Workshop Wednesday, a special edition, where somewhere over in the comments you should see a pinned post, which is a link that if you was at Bugout Weekend 2025, you are more than welcome to click that link. Come on and join me and we can discuss it. If nobody joins me, then we'll do a little bit of Bugout Weekend, and then we'll switch back over to our regular kind of style that we do here on Workshop Wednesday, which is the anything goes chat, and we just kind of discuss where everything goes, which way, and see where it takes us for the night. But let's do a roll call and see who is all here. We have STP coming in first. Hello, STP. Texas Radio with a shalom. 308 by 308. Hello, sir. Welcome in. JS Genesis Designs. Shalom, my brother. Great to see you. Glenn Anderson has made it in the house, telling everybody hello. Who else do we got? We've got the legend himself, the Orlando Prepper. That's right. Let's get this party started. KP Heathen coming in, telling everybody hello. And I tell you what, KP has been putting out some amazing videos. Just love. You never know what's going to be next on whenever you see him pop up that he has posted another video. Tammy Joe is here, wishing everybody a good evening. Hello. Who else do we got? We got Scott Hummer. Hello, Scott. Nice for you to drop on in. OVP himself. I know he's at work, so great for you to be here. Who else? Teresa. Smash that like button. That is right. The man himself, JBS. Hello, my brother. It is great to see you here as well. Who else do we got? Teresa's lurking. We know Teresa. Doug's here. Hello, South Florida Doug. Nice to see you here as well. No, I did not forget. I am here. Tuck has made it. What's going on, Tuck? And Katrinka herself. Hello, Katrinka's wishing everybody a hello and hey. Thank you, Teresa, for putting out a vision preparedness. Thank you so much. We got JD all the way from Prepping Erie. Let's get this party started. I agree with you. Let's get going. Who else is in here? We got Mrs. OVP. Well, hello, Mrs. OVP. Pet the puppy for me. I sure do miss her. Holly herself. Hello, Holly. Great to see you as well. Am I missing anybody? You can't forget Gen X Gemini. Thank you, sir. Who else do we got? Sister Marie. Great to see you here. Let's see what's right. We got some 5x5s rolling in. Who else do we got? More 5x5s. Thank you. Thank you. Paul Meadow Paratrooper. Man, it's been a little bit. Glad to have you back in for tonight. Who else do we got? We got more 5x5s rolling in. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. Thank you for sharing out Hudson Valley's channel. We got Muddy Acres Homestead. Hello, Muddy Acres. Wonderful to have you drop on in. Please take your shoes off, sit down, stay a little while. We're going to tell some stories and have a good old time. I will tell you what this is all about if you are brand new here. just sit back and buckle up because it's a fun time. Rip Curl, great to see you here. Let's see who else. Kane, Corso coming in. Wolf, everybody. Great to see you. Who else do we got? Am I missing anybody? Trying not to miss anybody. Divinely Blessed Designs. So wonderful to have you. Say hello to the wife. Subla Daisy. Hope everything is good at your household. Who else do we got? Heaven's Fire is here. Eating but listening. Eating is very, very important. So fully understand. Who else do we got? Fuzzy Adventures and more. Great to see you. I haven't seen you at all, actually. You are definitely a new one. Let's see. Still trying to figure it out. Hey, when you figure it out, I'm ready for you. Fully ready for you. Everybody is saying hello to everybody. That is right. That is right. And thank you so much for sharing out. Yes, so if you are brand new here, welcome again. It is wonderful to have you here. Everybody else, you know what to do. All you got to do is participate in the chat. That's all I ask. Be adult. If you came here to cause ruckus and things like that, you see all the blue wrenches over here. They will take care of that for me. I don't have to do very much in the chat. I do because we are a smaller channel, and so we can go through and pretty much cover just about whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, topics, anything, stories, which is both success or fail or anything along those lines, all you've got to do is, pop it in the chat. So good bunch here tonight. All the cool kids. That is right. We have always the best people in here. Ghost, my man, Ghost Lincoln. Great for you to join us, my friend. That is right. All right. So again, if you was at Bugout Weekend and you would like to join me on or off screen, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Just make sure you turn off your camera. You can join me. The should be a pinned comment right over there. All you gotta do is click that, and you can come on. I am going to talk a little bit about Bugout Weekend. If nobody wants to come up, then yeah, and you don't want to talk about the shenanigans and other things over there, then you do not have to. I will definitely go through and talk about it. Allegedly backstage. If you are, nothing's popping up on my end. I tell you what, though, what I will do is, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Copy off. I will go ahead and post it again. Boom. There we go. Do we have a guest? Let's find out. There we go. JBS, are you with us?
I think so. I hope I did it right.
You are. You are, man. It is an honor to have you join.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
No, are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And Ghost is with us.
What is up, family?
There we go. So we have two special guests that was here at Bugout Weekend 2025. So JBS,
we definitely special.
Well, yes. So JBS, you and I were both newbies. So you want to hit it off and tell everybody kind of what was your first kind of thoughts when you went and got there on day one?
Well, I mean, I knew it was going to be a little awkward because I didn't know anybody. So I kind of went, started setting up, and I mean, everybody was helping everybody, and people were milling around, kind of talked to a few people, tried to meet people. And then, yeah, I mean, as you do that, you get to know people, you get a little more comfortable, and then that awkwardness kind of goes away. But I would say to that too, if you're not willing to put yourself out there, you're never going to meet other people as well. So it was
Facts.
expected.
Very much so. And Ghost being one of the resident experts, what did you think as you started seeing all these new faces roll in?
I was so happy and proud to see people come in that took that step to just hang out and join.
Mhm.
I'm on the 3rd year. I was there with Vision on the 1st year, and I was on the fence. It's like, "Oh, I can't," but I want to. And then I was like, "Hey, nephews, you guys want to go?" And they're like, "Yeah." They learned a lot. They're still screwed around with everything they learned, and it's epic to see. And then I went to the 2nd year. And as the 2nd year came around, it's like, okay, I'm here to help, answer, be there, and just enjoy. And it
Mhm.
was the same with the 3rd. People come up, "Hey, I got a question." "All right, what you got?" "Stump me." "Stump me." "Try to." And I love it. It's so good to see new faces, new people, new how do you want to say that? Like contributions,
Mhm.
connections in the family. I have your number. I have JBS's number. So if any of us ever get stumped or we get in a situation where it's like, I know a guy,
Mhm.
or I know a lady. We can message them via email or phone and be like, "So I was just doing this and I screwed up. What you think?" It's epic, and that's the connection we need to build, and that's
Yep.
what Vision Trent is doing. Is he's creating that platform for all of us shenanigan wanting to do individuals to have this realm in which we can just be like, so I plugged this in and something made a spark, or I tried to cook this and it exploded, or I tried to grow this and it said screw you and died. It's that connection point, and that's a connection point that everybody needs,
Yes.
you know.
Yes, very much so. All right, let's bounce back. So we had definitely really amazing, wonderful classes, and hats off to Vision. I know logistics happened, and Vision took on the weight of pretty much all the classes himself. So JBS, which one was your favorite class?
Me personally, probably the solar generator class, but I mean, that's the one I went in not knowing a lot about. So it was definitely the one I paid the most, like, I was the most in depth or in tune to, like, taking notes, writing stuff down. I took something away from all of them, but that's probably
Mhm.
the one I learned the most from.
Yeah, I thought you was going to start a fire the way that your pencil was just a going on that paper.
You could smell that carbon cooking.
Yes. Yes. Ghost, which one was your favorite?
I love them all.
Mhm.
I love them all because I'm a part of all of them. I
Oh, yeah.
understand it. I know them. I've learned them. I've practiced them. And I sit in the background, and yet if someone has questions, I'm there to answer it. But I love them all. But one that really hit me, and I eat freeze dried food all the time. Many different companies. There's a few companies that eat no, but it's always awesome to learn more about nutrient survival.
Yes.
That's just me. I mean, I'm sorry, and I'll say this: I am horrible at tasting, you know, vitamins and mineral. I taste them. I do. But nutrient survival even kind of is like, wow, I didn't even notice. I mean, I love the Southwest medley. I love that cinnamon oatmeal thing they had, the apple cinnamon oatmeal. I love those. I love their coffees. I love their brain stuff. I love
Mhm.
that. But there are certain foods in which I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to trade this to you for something. But it's not nothing against them. It's me. It's literally me. I know it. I take, it's just me. But that's a class I always love and enjoy
Mhm.
because it's a class that I can learn more in, because everybody eats different freeze-dried foods. Everybody makes different I mean, we got people with freeze dryers making their own freeze-dried foods, and it's like this is a learning thing for me. Solar generator class, I love being a part of it because I love watching that, as Vision says, that light bulb or that strike of lightning going off in people's head, and
Mhm.
and I'm sitting back there going, what questions they got later.
Mhm.
I love that, the fire starting courses, those things. I love being a part of all of them. I love being there listening. Maybe Well, no, I definitely every year I do add something into my capacity and knowledge because maybe, that person has played with it way longer than I have. They've figured out a little little niche or a trick that
Hmm.
I'm sitting there going, seriously? How did I not notice that? And that to me is epic. I love to have my brain tripped and triggered. Like JBS's class. He was talking about all his stuff, and I'm not gonna go there because, but
Hmm.
it's like, what? Really?
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
we started talking some of the other stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I know this and this and this, but no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, that's epic. And that's stuff we need to know. We need to
Yes.
understand. And I know this is horrible to say, is there's always a good thing to have one person in the group that knows every inch of the world.
Yep.
But if everybody in the group knows a piece, a part, it changes everything because that one person's not going to get burned out and broken down when everybody else kind of has that niche and feel. And that one person may not know because they may be focused on a different scenario, a different
Yep.
thing that, like gardening. Yes, I have a great green thumb. Have I done it in a long time? No, quite frankly, I have not. I
Hmm.
can't where I'm at. But when it comes to everything else, technological stuff and infrastructure stuff, okay. Making, building, creating, and finding stuff to make things work. Yeah. Now, say like me, we're out doing something and this breaks and you're like, hey, this broke. Can you fix it? I'll be honest with you. I'll be like, I'll fix it for a couple tomatoes.
Yep.
And that's the trade-off of my capacity and knowledge, but I
Yeah.
can grow when that opportunity rises. It's
Yep.
just not my focal point because I can't focus on it where I'm at.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I'll throw in my 2 cents, but if you guys have questions for either of these or anybody who joins, drop them in the chat. I will piggyback off because JBS, yes, solar panel class. I went into that thing like, okay, I'm okay. I'm decent in solar. And at the end of that thing, I felt so humbled of, oh man, there's so much I didn't know. I'll piggyback off Ghost. Anytime that you feed me freeze dried apples and pears and strawberries, I'm going to perk up, as well as prepper crack.
Yes.
Yes, if you give me freeze dried Skittles, I will be happy for the rest of the day. But
Freeze-dried Skittles. I mean, dang, you can't argue with them.
no.
They're like
So
chewy, crunchy, sweet, sour goodness. That's horribly bad for you, but so good for you at the same time.
yes. But I'm going to go with what Katrinka here said. Those aha moments are wonderful because at the very end of the fire class, watching Love and Life go out there so determined, and you're talking about they've been there 2 years in a row, so they're not technically newbies, but she was new to fire,
Yeah.
and to slowly, because I know you was helping Ghost, and I was trying to do it,
I
and
screwed up. I lit the fire and I'm like, oh no, and I'm smacking it out. And I'm like, did you see what I did? She goes, how'd you do that? And I explained it. And she goes, oh. So she started practicing that. But it's, yeah, starting fire, that's kind of a thing for me. I like it.
yep, yep,
But I accidentally did it. And I'm like, crap. And I smacked the fire. And she's like, I'm
yep,
like, I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. This is you, not me. But
yes,
did you see the movements? And that was epic when she did it. Everybody just whoo, everyone was so in tuned in that instant. It was epic.
it was, and special hats off moment to JBS's surprise class during fireside chat. You didn't tell me you was going to do a class. I didn't get to take notes.
Yeah, dude's class. Yeah, JPS's class was very awesome.
Yes, which
Yeah.
JD has a question. He put it to Ghost, but I'll put it to both of you, and we'll slightly modify it because he wanted to know the favorite meals from Mountain House. Or I'll open it up if you maybe haven't had Mountain House or you're whatever. What's your
Chili.
favorite? Oh, you like the chili?
Yeah, the chili mac. Chili mac is. I am a big chili mac guy. I love it, but it's got to have meat. It can't be, the organic bean type protein. It's got to be chili mac with meat. But Mountain House's chili mac, that's my favorite. Hands down, I will destroy it. You know,
Love it.
it's got the right amount of spice, the right amount of flavor, and the textures are perfect.
Very nice. JBS?
Uh, I would have to go with Ghost on that one too. I don't eat a lot of the like packaged freeze dried stuff, but chili mac is hands down. It's a go to meal.
Oh,
Very.
even military MREs. I mean, chili mac. I mean, I know military people that have traded their souls for chili mac over all the other MREs.
Uh,
Hey, I got the pork sausage and the maple syrup. I'll trade you for the chili mac, and they're like, yeah, no.
Nice. Nice. I will go a different route because I took one Mountain House with me, and I never had it before. It was the granola with the freeze-dried blueberries and powdered milk in it, and I had a very wonderful, tasty breakfast because my only downside to that is it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's a good taste, flavor-filled meal, but you got to put like 2 packets together
Yep.
for, any of us, like you, rural me, and even JBS. I mean, we've eaten 2 packets of them. It's not enough intake for what we need, but it's pretty dang tasty. It really is.
Yes. And I'm grateful right here that somebody brought it up. Ohio Valley Prepping is talking about SHTF popcorn, which was made very, very public by Vision going live and all that. But that brings me into my segue of how did you guys fare in the storms?
Perfectly. I was good. I mean, I was doing patrols. I want to make sure everybody else was good. I walk up to a tent and I'm like, dang, they're out cold. Cool. They're going to find out water in the morning, but all right. Yeah,
JBS?
I was good with it. I love storms. I like, yeah, I love storms. So
I did all right, but my tent, because I didn't sleep in the same tent like multiple nights. Like I switched them pretty much every day or every night. One
test.
wasn't intentional. Is it not?
You were testing gear, and that's the
Yeah.
whole point. Yeah. You bring multiple tents, set it up, test it. That's what JBS was doing. I was watching. I was like, he gonna sleep in that? Okay.
Yeah, but the poles broke on it, so that's the one I was actually in for the heavy rain, and then I just kind of had to put my hand up and hope to stay dry, and then crawl out of it into a river. It wasn't. I mean, I wasn't wet. I stayed dry, but it was pretty quite the experience.
Yes.
But that's the
Yeah, it
whole
was
point. Bring
Yeah,
it, break it,
exactly.
test it, play with it.
definitely fun. There was a little mixture of everybody, of those who stayed in their tents, those who braved a few raindrops, and those who played. Let's go with that route.
Wolfgang, me, and Mad Shad. We were just out there in the downpour, making sure all's good.
Yes. Yes. Which JBS, you brought it up, so let's talk about it. You had a different setup. It seemed like every night. What styles of tents was you trying out?
I did I think I had the one tiger. It's like trekking tent.
Mhm.
I thought there'd be a little more trees to tie it to. So when it was going to get windy, that's when I kind of collapsed down and
Uh-oh.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Is he still there? Might give him a second. Well, while he's figuring that one out, Ghost, how was your setup?
My setup worked
you got me
awesome.
back.
There you
Nope,
are.
there he is. Go ahead, JBS. You
Oh, okay,
finish.
so I don't know where I lost you at, but yeah, I did the tarp tent.
You thought there was more trees than was available? Was where you
Mhm.
left off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I went to the single man backpacking tent, and then I went to a tarp tent.
Very nice. Very nice. Which one was your favorite?
So I think my connection's going down or something. I don't.
Technical shenanigans. Don't push the
Yeah.
button.
There it is.
My
There.
setup was great. It's just my setup is worn out, right? Like my canopy on my setup was worn out because that thing's been. I mean, this. You have a pop. A canopy.
Mhm.
The more you set it up, the more it's out. It degrades, and that's why I dealt with it. And I knew it. I knew it was coming. And when I went to remove something in my fingernail, and there is, let me put it in front of the camera, there is no fingernail, which is rare for me. It's sliced through it. It's like, oh crud, she's done. But my cot stayed dried the whole time, which I've slept in it once the whole weekend. I pretty much slept in my chair because doing the things, but everything stayed fairly dry. I mean, I was fine.
Mhm.
And that's the point, is just adapt and overcome. And that's what I did. Even Mad Shad this year, he
Mhm.
decided to do the canopy setup. And I don't know who made that, who made my brother's canopy, but dude, they screwed it all up because it leaked a lot.
Mhm. Yep.
And, but that's the thing, is you have to adapt, test, and overcome, and then build upon that to make what you want.
Mhm.
I mean, I got tents that will do it,
Mhm.
but I want to see what the other options can do,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know,
And
because I've
that's
already tested those tents. I know them.
that's what I want to kind of pivot over to. We'll stick with tents. I did a walk around live stream and kind of showed everybody set up loosely, and I can't tell if I like Dan's the best or if I liked Half Ready's the best. Do you guys have a favorite tent setup?
The thing I like about day and H's is I can stand up in it.
Mhm.
I hate having to be in a tent. That's why this year I didn't bring the tent I had last year, because I'm sorry, I know, but I don't want to be crawling in and out. Now, if I have to, okay, okay. But if I don't have to, I don't want to.
Right.
Dan H's Dan H's tent is epic. I mean, it is if you actually get in there and you're looking at the stitches and the seams, that thing is built.
Mhm. Mhm. JBS,
And
you got a favorite
Yeah.
tent setup?
Well, I know I didn't get to look at both of them like up too up close, but I would say Half Ready's tent did survive like four inches of water without a leak,
yeah,
so that's pretty impressive.
yeah, his
Yeah.
did
But
good too. And if you look at Half Ready's tent, and you actually, well, because you know me, well, you guys now do know me. I'm very into that. The chain link, the stitching, the setup, the seams. Half
yeah,
Ready's tent was still, it's on par. It's just I, as 6'2", can't stand up in it comfortably.
no,
Right.
But
yeah,
it
I
was,
get that aspect too. Like I
yeah,
like if I want to stand up, I want to be able to stand up.
Mhm.
yeah. That's why I kind of like the canopy idea. The tent may be over there under a tarp, but when I come out the tent, I'm standing up. I'm comfortable. I'm dry. I can cook. I
Mhm.
can eat. I can sit and chill. I can have guests.
Yep.
That never happens. Maybe,
Which,
maybe I'm doing something wrong.
for all of you that have are looking for a new tent, or you're thinking about coming to Bug Out Weekend or whatnot, all these that we're talking about, I'll tell you, we've brought up Half Ready. Did you guys see who made Half Ready's tent? Who the brand was?
Oh, crap.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
did, but
did.
don't expect me to answer that.
Ozark
I,
Trails. That is a
yeah.
Walmart tent.
Yep. Yep, I saw that. I'm like, wow.
So all three of us kind of have the, hey, he's got a seal of approval. That's a Walmart tent.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Glenn, everybody, every single person made it through just fine. Nobody had anything blow away. Uh,
Nope.
Nope.
everybody did good. And I
We
want to
had
talk about,
squishy.
yeah, a
We had
little
squishy.
squishy.
Yeah, a little squishy.
I'll bring up Holly next here of
Oh,
JBS, help you, or thank you for helping me set up, and that brings it to what it is. So did anybody need help and didn't get it?
well, I'm the guy that helps and then sets up, so I'm not a part of that.
Right. JBS,
You
did you
know.
see anybody that needed help?
No, well, I didn't see anybody that needed help and then didn't get it. I seen people, if they needed help, they got it as
Mhm.
soon as they needed it or it was made aware that they needed it.
That's all.
It's a simplicity. You're at the bug out weekend and somebody pulls that tent to their area and they're like, and they
Mhm,
just look up and everybody just, I mean, Rural did it. I even
mhm,
saw, JBS. A lot of people were just like, yeah, let's go join and help. That's
mhm.
the whole
Yeah,
point.
100% everybody was like there
Yeah.
if they needed it.
Yeah, because they got help some of the times without even asking for help. You just showed up at somebody's car going, "Hand me something. Where are we going?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We all did that. We're all like, oh, you got to unload? Yeah. You want to help? No, I'm going to help.
Yep, yep,
That's what I'm here for.
yep. And Palmetto brings up a good point. The cheaper tents often leak at the rainfly. I've seen that before. Um, this year was my first year in the tent that I brought. I didn't leak at the rainfly, but because that first night was like 70 degrees at night, the humidity made my rainfly sweat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
rain flies are literally, you only put them on when it's going to rain.
Hmm.
Apart from that, you leave them off because they are fully waterproof and they sweat like crazy. They do.
Yes. Yes,
But
they did.
you don't want to set your tent up and then all of a sudden this random rainstorm fires up and you don't have your rain fly on. So it's kind
yeah.
of a
Or
it's
just
like
leave
a
leave one of the doors open, the screen, so it can vent when you're in there too. It'll help.
Hmm.
yeah, you
Sorry.
can also space them. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And Teresa, the one who was in the corner that was odd shaped, it's funny because Half Ready was at the corner of one and Dan H was at the
Yeah.
corner of the other.
We had
So
dual TPs. Yeah, it
so
was
yeah,
fun.
you're talking about Dan
Yeah.
H's though. Yes. And
And,
right
and
there.
that's the other thing too. Is you go I know you got the Walmart tents, the Target tents, the Amazon tents. You got all these tents. It
Yep.
some are cheap. Look at the stitching. The closer the stitching on the seam, the better the tent's gonna be. And if that, what do you want to? Oh, it's not cordage. The threading is a thicker diameter.
Hmm.
Then you should already think to yourself, this has got one season, and I have to reseal it.
Yep.
And if it's thin, then you know the wind's gonna rip it apart
Yep.
because it's not grabbing enough material. And that works for your clothes. I mean, look at your clothes. You buy cheap pants or a cheap shirt, you see that in the stitching,
Yep.
you
Yep. You
know?
do. And Vision's going to rub it in saying, I stood up in my tent. I had plenty of room because I'm pretty sure he wins the Taj Mahal of tents this year. But if Little Rural was here, hands down, Visions was his favorite because it looked like a school bus.
Yeah, see, when I collapsed my camping system down, I could still stand up.
Nope. Nice.
Oh, yeah. And I still had the ceiling fan going. I just had to make sure I didn't kind of walk into it
That
because I
sounds like,
did.
I was going to say, that sounds like experience right there.
Yeah, I took a blade to the side of the head and I'm like, yeah,
Oof.
okay, I don't need that no more.
Yes. And yes, Timu does sell tents because I almost went ahead and bought one, but I knew it was going to rain and I did not want to chance my stuff to that. So, no, we
Yes.
went with something else.
That's a big risk.
Yes, huge risk that I was not willing to do.
I'll be honest. If you buy a Temu tent, because I mean, God, Temu, you get like a $200 tent for $20. Okay, that's honestly okay. Set that thing up in your yard and let the weather beat the bejesus out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put stuff in there like foam or whatever, and let the weather beat it up, and then go back in and check that foam. If it's dry, well, crap, you got a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Reseal, reseam seal, and dry it out and pack it away.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
you know, you might get 4 or 5 of them that are poo.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Mm-hmm.
know. You
And
just don't
Rabbit
know.
brings up a good one. Just ordered my truck bed tent last night. Supposed to be here this weekend. We shall see how well built and how much room it has. And that brings it up to the people that didn't tent camp, which was Little Lone Prepper and Tracy.
Yeah. Well, Tracy kinda sorta did. Kinda sorta. Yeah, kinda sorta. I mean, her, what do you want to call that? The foyer? The
Yes.
foyer
Yes.
was tent based and she had no leaks. Where she slept, yeah, that was in the back of her SUV, but everything in her living space was dry. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to her all weekend. She's a
Mm-hmm.
sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
So, but any tent you buy, set it up, hose it down, and reseal it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Plain
good,
simple.
good advice.
Yes. Yeah. And I tell you, between the both of them getting ideas and just talking to them on how impressive a setup they have, they're not done. And when you start getting into these bug out weekends and all these sort of outdoor excursions, you are never done.
No.
Once you get out there and you battle test, you're like, oh, I need this, or oh, I could do this, I can change this, I can move this here. I need
Mhm.
something a little better, something a little lighter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hand building my own camper for the last several years. You
Yeah,
know,
good stuff. Uh-oh. Allegedly, I have a black tent too, because he always bet on black. I get it. Fully get it.
dude, I love mine. I got the one Tigress tent. It's a one. It's they say it's 2, but I don't know who 2 people they're fitting in there. But that thing's a blackout. It's full black. I mean, it's a beautiful tent. I tested it last year, and then when I brought it back, allegedly I may have hit it with a 4,000 psi pressure washer just because, and resealed all the seams, resealed all the canvas and everything, and then I submerged it, and it's like that's a good one.
Yes.
But it's hooked to a different bag for an emergency situation because it is what it is, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Bug out
So,
weekend, I'm free to play and I will. I mean, I'll burn God knows what. Who knows?
well, and me being the newbie here, I don't have the past years to look back and compare, but I love the way that we had everything set up of we're going to do some structured classes at a structured time, but also
Yep.
we're getting a lot of networking and free time. What did both of you do? And we'll start with JBS and some of that free time. What's some of your extracurricular activities that you partook in?
Really, I mean, I just walked around and talked to different people about different things. I mean, networking, really, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, but just picking people's brain. And the cool thing about it is, like, they say find people of like mindedness, but just like with anything else, you have your extreme left, extreme right, or like
Mm-hmm.
people that don't necessarily set in the same mental frequency. And it seemed like most everybody there that I talked to was kind of in the same headspace, in the same realm of thought. And it was just cool to bounce conversations, ideas, and all that off of one another. So, I mean, for me, that's pretty much that, or I was cooking and eating, or, picking trash up or walking around the lake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ghost, what did you do in your free time?
Shenanigans. Well, yeah, no, there were shenanigans. But I mean, like JBS, like everybody, I walked around, I talked, I hung out, I sat down, I broke bread. I ate snackies with a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
because I'm an eater. If I walk up to your camp, like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. And you got your own coffee cup, and they're like, you need a refill? You want, it was just, it was like family. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was family. It didn't matter where you went. You saw a group of people like you and OVP and uh, you know, I don't know his YouTube name, so I'm gonna have to say Jim. Um, you're all BSing, and I just walked past, and you're just like, hey, oh, hey, you know, that's how it works. Is everybody?
Mm-hmm.
You just go around, you chat, you hang out, you interact, you're building that connection, and that's what I did, and I hope I did it well because
Mm-hmm.
this year was kind of. I'm not gonna lie, I was super tired. I had like 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep every night because me and a few other people were like, we gotta make sure everybody's good, everybody's safe and healthy, and that's. But I hope I did a good job,
Oh, you did.
and that was it. It was walking around, meeting, hanging out. Gherkin, Jesus, Sister Marie, seriously, pineapple, you know.
Right.
And that was the thing. It was everybody was family. There was no strangers.
Mm-mm.
Well, except for the butt nuts that showed up later in the parking lot, but there was no strangers. We
Yes.
were all there. We were all family. You had the dysfunctional family, the correction, everybody was family, but we were family. And that's the whole point of Bugout Weekend is
Mm-hmm.
we're not there for one, we're there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that after the first year because my first year when I showed up, I had my nephews and that was the first time I met Vision. And I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we do the whole spiel. And I look over and I see people struggling and I look at my nephews, I'm like, "Set the stuff here, let's go help people." Me and my nephews went around, helped as many people as we could. The
Mm-hmm.
second year, they couldn't join, but it didn't matter because when I showed up, I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "All right, I gotta go help people," and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. Set
Mm-hmm.
up, tear down. That's what I did.
Yep. Yep.
You
And
know,
for me, I took the little pocket fisherman out and caught a few fish. Went around and did a couple of hikes and whatnot, which I tell you, you create memories, whether that's with a group of people with the pineapple and all of that nobody will understand, as
no,
well as
you had to be there for
I
that one.
had
That
to
is
be
for
there.
sure.
As well as I was honored. JBNS and I took a hike, and now we have our own inside joke that nobody will ever get because you had to be there.
You have to be present.
Oh, you went to the farm. Yeah, that
Yes,
place is
yeah,
beautiful. I've been there.
yes,
It's beautiful.
yes, yeah. We and it's one of them things you never know. So everybody that went the past couple of years and you missed out this year, you didn't get to play with wolves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Some big dogs.
I love
Mm-hmm.
them. They are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I grew
Yeah.
up with those. So it's like, puppies. you know,
Mm-hmm.
my neighbor raised them. So it's like, wow. Because I've
Yeah.
never, and I was quite impressed because she was a very petite lady who had wolves on retractable leashes. And I'm like, dang.
Yes.
'Cause, I mean, you could take a retractable leash and be like, snap, it's
Yes.
done.
Oh,
And they were,
the one was pulling her through the mud there for a minute. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
no, you're good. I saw that. I kind of chuckled. I'm like, but he wasn't pulling hard enough to snap it. And that's what
No.
interested me. It's like, okay, he knows what he's doing. he's
Yes.
playing. Yeah.
Because I think I was in the original group that when she first popped out, and before I think you guys came, the female that just got rescued, she was skittish and standing back. She got wrapped around the tree, So the lady handed me the leash to the male. And I was like, okay, I've got a male wolf right here. Well, after about a minute, he saw mom was over there and he about tore me to the ground like I didn't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah, you wasn't a part of the pack. And Wolfang's not in chat, but Wolfang will say this because he worked with them. You wasn't a part of the pack. You were
Yep.
just there. And
Yes.
yeah, she was that female was so scared, but she loved all the puppies. Everybody
Hmm.
brought their puppy. She was all puppy, you know.
Hmm.
She's
Yeah.
she's not a fan of humans yet, which you listen to the whole story, it's like, ooh,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Well,
I
not
mean,
only yeah, not
even the
only
human.
understand, I can sympathize. Like yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand that. Fair enough.
yes. Ohio Valley Prepping. My dog ran right up to the wolves and wagged her tail, and that is because OVP has the unofficial mascot, I think, this year, because little Reba was the most. She won the cuteness award hands down.
She was such a cutie.
Yeah.
Yes.
She just didn't give a shit. She's like, oh, pet me.
Yep.
If not, I will snort at you. And if you snorted, I tested this. She was out there, and I'm watching people walk around and pet and play with her, and I straight walked right past her, and she's like, she snorts, and I'm like, oh really? And I turned around and I snort back at her, and that head turned sideways, and I'm like, you want some loving?
That
I
is
don't
right.
think she expected a human to snort back at her. She's just like,
Wait a
huh?
minute.
Did he just really?
Yes. I don't know if we got a final head count, Muddy Acres. I
I don't
know.
remember.
Yeah. Well, and it was so hard to count because you had people come the original day and leave early. You had people. We
Mhm.
had PAEMT come for one night.
Oh, he's so fun. I want to talk more with him, but I couldn't. I didn't have the ability to.
Yeah, between him and Big Mama, the way I mean they rolled in, did it, rolled back out.
Big Mama, y'all, she's epic. She was she at the first one. I'm trying to remember. She doesn't stay long. She only pops in because she's doing the family thing. So
Mhm.
she's only there for a little bit and then, leaves. But that woman will write everything said down the notebook. I mean, she'll kill a notebook, no problem.
Mhm.
She's
Lost
trying to
count.
learn, and that's the thing is it's a learning experience. There's fellowship, there's family building, there's
Yep.
a lot to learn, and there's a lot of people that you could just walk up to and, hey, I got a question.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know this. He does or
Mhm.
she does, and you could literally bounce around the whole camp and get information if you want it.
Yeah. Yes. Which I'm going to ask this because I'm very, very curious. I was talking to some other people. I didn't get to talk to you guys yet, so it's really fun that you both came on tonight.
Uh-oh.
During
We're screwed,
during your
JBS.
walk around, yes, during your walk around, as you kind of intermingled with everybody and whatnot,
Mhm.
did somebody have something that caught your eye where you were like, "Ooh, let me see that," or let me hold that for a minute, or how's that work?
Yeah.
JBS had something. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I
Yeah,
would
go
say,
ahead,
yeah,
JBS.
like it's just different things. More than once, I would say. It's just kind of like, oh, that's cool. How's it work? Let me see it. And then it just leads into conversation or them telling you about it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Ghost. Do you need extra time, Ghost?
No, I mean with my thought capacity and everything else. The only thing, and this is nothing against anybody. It's just my concept and everything in which I know because I'm the engineer. Is like one thing that struck my mind was everybody's camp set up. That's the thing. It's like, oh, okay, you're doing that and that, and okay, cool. Yeah, I can understand the kitchen. I mean, we had two people that were setting up like full mess kitchens
Mhm.
I mean, we had half-ass ready doing sausage, gravy, and biscuits, which
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
missed. But you know, but the thing that caught me was I was looking at everybody's gear, and I'm like, "Is that the first time you used it?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, break it." And they're like,
Mhm.
"Why?" Because that's how you're gonna know how it's gonna work. I mean, if you don't drop it on the ground, you really
Mhm.
don't know. And there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a few that have been there before, so we've already had these talks, right? But new people, it's like, have you dropped it? Why would I drop it? I'm just saying, But one of the big things that got me was like the gift you gave the vision, and I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
that was cool.
that was gorgeous.
That was
Mhm.
from all
You
of us.
know, I know, but it's still that was gorgeous. And I'm looking at that thing. I have not been able to handle it, which obviously, but is that's the thing too, is like at the bug out weekend, the more and more you're there, the
Mhm.
more and more you're a repeat offender, we'll say it that way,
Yeah.
is the more and more people bring stuff, people share stuff, people trade stuff. And well, I didn't trade, but I gave out stuff, and I hope
Mhm.
everybody liked it.
No, yeah, that
But
was cool. The dog tags that you handed
yeah,
out were awesome. I mean, people will have those for unless they lose it. I mean, pretty much forever.
Mhm.
pretty much, yeah. But I
Yes.
saw other new people sharing
Mhm.
stuff.
Hmm.
Hey, I'll trade you this for this. And it's like, oh, look at you guys go. And that's beautiful. But as a whole, nothing really grabbed me. And it's nothing against anybody. It's just I'm on the third year. So I know what's gonna happen. And I tend to stay back. Like all the drawings, my tickets were ripped up and thrown away because I'm not there to win. I'm there to be with all you crazy fuckers.
Mhm.
Oh, crazy people. Sorry, I did not mean to say that. And hang out and learn together.
Mhm.
But you guys should you should partake in that. You should
Yes.
win. You should enjoy. You know, at the end of it, Sunday morning, I'm helping, the Ohio family. I'm helping the Mass Hull family pack up and roll out. That's my excitement.
Yes.
That's my family time,
Mhm.
apart from the whole time with everybody, because y'all became my family.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
you may call me the black sheep or the thing in the corner. I don't care. I don't care. Because if we shared numbers and you have an issue and you text me, don't call me because I probably will not answer it. I do not answer phone calls. But if you text me and you're like, hey, I just broke this, what do I do? I'll be like, okay, send me pictures,
Mhm.
or wow, you went past what I know. Let me reach out and I'll find out. And that's the whole point of it, is the connection. It's a
Yes.
bonding. It's
Yep. Yep.
Sorry,
And,
can you guys hear it? My dog's like chewing on something. I'm sorry if that's
no,
what's
no, I
bothering
can't
you
hear
guys.
nothing.
Okay.
oh, speaking of which, rural, yes, I did take a whole chocolate cake home and it's gone.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And I don't eat sugar, so that wired me.
I will
Oh,
throw in. I saw some cool stuff, little tweaks of stuff I've already seen or I've already had, but
Mhm.
the one that caught me was the Canadians and their coffee maker. I have never seen one of those.
Yeah, that creature was a little strange.
Yes.
I don't think I got around to seeing that. I don't.
So that was a Coleman brand percolator, but it
Mhm.
was a coffee pot. Looked just like what you have on your counter that goes on a single burner stove.
Mhm. Mhm. It's
Nice.
a regional thing.
Yeah. I looked it up. As
Yeah.
soon as I got home, that was one of
Yep.
the first things I did was how do I buy one of those?
Yeah, well, you'd have to hook up with them because that is a regional maker. I saw that too, and I'm like, I thought it was weird because it's sitting on their propane stove, and I'm like, are you trying to melt it?
Mhm.
And then I
Yeah.
looked at it and I'm like, wait, it's vented. Hold the heck on. That thing's vented?
Yep.
What is this?
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
couldn't find it. I mean, I couldn't find it. I looked through different sources. I mean, all of them, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
it looks like a coffee. It literally looks like a coffee maker.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, what the heck?
Yeah. Because they were in one spot, and then they had fire ants, so they had to
Yeah.
move next to me.
Yeah.
And then in the morning,
Oh,
Gordon,
yeah.
Gordon gets up and he goes over there, and I see him flip on the single burner, and I'm like, well, this guy's going to burn his stuff down. So I got up to go say something, and sure enough, I'm like, wait a second. And then we kind
Yeah.
of made the eye contact, and I felt awkward, so I kind of had to poke fun at Canadian bacon at him for a minute, but you know,
Mm. It should just said pineapple.
Yeah.
we didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah.
That was night number 3. This was on day number 2, so
Oh, yeah. That was
yeah.
well, no, we had that. Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah.
that thing is kind of that's yeah, that thing's epic. It's like, wait,
Mhm.
what? The only thing I have an issue with is y'all know this in chat and on panel. Those glass crafts, man, you sneeze wrong and them dang things will break.
Mhm.
I hate them. That's why I had the little camp tea kettle. It didn't
Mhm.
matter. I could hit
Mhm.
you upside the head. I could throw it across the road. It didn't matter. It didn't break. You know.
I think I just used the old Walmart. Took forever, but
Mhm. Yep. That's what
pretty
I
much
used.
indestructible.
Yeah, and that's why I've taken mine so many times, and they're indestructible. Once you learn, I know your first time or two, if you buy one of those and you've never used it, it takes a second because you will overfill the water, underfill, you'll put too much coffee in, you'll figure it out, takes a time or two. But yeah, it's indestructible. And as long as you bring good coffee, you get to have everybody come over going, good morning.
Oh, you had the Ozark percolator, didn't you?
Yep.
I've never
Yeah.
used one. And I unfortunately I missed a share of a cup of coffee with you, and I apologize for that.
No, I think you came over and got a cup.
Mm-mm.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I didn't. I was there, but I never had a cup because I had that full like 24-ounce camp cup. That was basically full the whole weekend.
Well, I had Shad come over and
Yeah.
OVP come over and Vet Prep and a lot of
Vision.
different people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when Vision come over and got a cup and took a sip and was like, "Ooh, who makes this?" And I got the Vision seal of approval. I knew
Yeah.
that I was good.
I missed it, unfortunately.
Oh, he didn't bring his Ozark. Yeah, Vision was cooking up some good stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We all cook, and that's the magic is, I mean, you got camps that cook. Like this year, I cooked specifically for me.
Mhm.
And it wasn't against anybody. It's I wanted to test a theory. And that's the whole thing is you're there to test a theory. But like the first year, I was cooking steak and eggs and bacon and sauce for everybody. You know, I was cooking the second year. Yeah, pretty much about the same. I was kind of cook everybody come over. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. You want something? Yeah, you know. This
Mhm.
year it was literally kind of the focal point of my capacity and survival on my own, which yes, I wasn't on my own because I was, you know, helping everybody, but it's when I went back to my camp, it was me. It was nobody
Yes.
else.
Yep.
Even if I could throw the coffee cup 2 feet that way and hit Shad in the head, or 3 feet that way and hit Trent, you know, Vision or Dan, it didn't matter. It was my capacity at that, which
Yes.
unfortunately, thanks to this year, I did not I was not able to test that very much. But
Which it's kind of fun because there was a lot of alleged magic there behind the scenes. If you showed up, you got a free puppy. But for me, it
free
was
puppy. Oh, yeah.
Yes, you get the
When
inside
did we
joke
get
now.
ice cream?
The for
Hmm.
me, I took enough food for myself, and then I packed some other food in case some other people needed food or whatnot. But it was all in one bag. And then Sunday
Mhm.
morning rolls around, and we're all packing up. I can't get my food bag closed, and I stopped for a minute, going, "I know I ate, and I
Yeah,
know
you did.
somebody somewhere, I think, played a joke on me and put food in my food bag because it was not closing."
Yeah, I brought a bucket. I had enough freeze dried food for 5 people. You know,
Yes, there was a lot of bacon consumed. Yes, there was.
I think the estimated grand total was over 11 pounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it
Mhm.
was something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and that well pump water, seal of approval.
I, I'm not even going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I talked to the yeah, no. I'm like, seriously? And they're like, yeah. Well, if we all get the poos, we know why.
Oh, the
Yeah.
drinking fountain?
Yeah. The,
Yeah.
the drinking fountain was bagged off because there was a boil warning, but nobody told us there was a boil warning. So we're
Yes.
all drinking out of the hand pump, and it's the same system. And then what was it? What was it? Dang near the last day, they come over and hook a hose to it to flush it
Yeah.
down the trail, and it's like, dude, we've already been drinking it, filtering it, and boiling it. We're all good.
Yeah. Oh, it was some and for me, the first day we was unpacking, we was helping everybody or whatnot, and I can't remember who it was, so I'm not gonna mention the name, but I was like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom." So I start heading over to the little bathroom shack there, and
Hmm.
somebody came out and they was like, "I'd give it a minute, man." He goes, "I think I clogged it." And I'm like, "I didn't think there was running water in there."
How do you clog it? It's like a 12-inch hole in the concrete floor, dude. Wow.
It's like a 15-foot, tank. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I walked in there and I was so confused, like, what are we talking about?
Probably had Taco Bell on the way in.
Yes.
Dude, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Which I want to we'll pop off this subject right after this one because we'll skip the potty jokes. But
The
did you
poo.
know the ladies' bathroom had toilet seat covers? Because
Yeah.
I'm over here doing it prison style.
Mhm. Yeah, a couple people said that. They're like, "Hey, I went to use the women's room and they got toilet seat covers." And I'm like,
We got the old gaskets, huh?
"Really?" I mean, we had wipes, antiseptic wipes. We could wipe the seat. I mean, it's a plastic seat.
Hmm.
Wipe it down, be done with it.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
y-
Oh man, that was definitely some fun. Yeah, that's right. Toilet humor. Okay, yeah, we'll move past that one.
potty funnies. Mm.
Oh, it's good stuff. All right, so where are we at? Okay, so we're hitting our hour. Um, let's end it on what's a highlight or what's one of your like one or two favorite moments that happened?
Mm.
Are we starting with me?
Anybody wants to jump in?
Um, I mean, people doing stuff for the first time. 11 Lives Fire. That was really cool.
Hmm.
'Cause you actually get to see it on their face and see their emotion, raw emotion. That and then just, I mean, leaving there like they say, find your people. Like I said it a few times, like it finding your people doesn't necessarily mean finding people that are specifically in your area. Like build your network, build
Hmm.
your, you know what I mean? And that's, I left feeling like if I called or emailed or asked anyone that, everybody would do their utmost, try and get me an answer or help me out if I needed it. So
Hmm.
I mean, I left feeling like, it was even though when I
Why does he leave us on the cliffhanger?
His internet does it. It's like pause.
Give it a second. We'll see if
Yeah. Give him a-
okay.
Oh, there he
Yeah.
is.
you back now? Maybe. Nope. Nope. He'll give us. Okay, I'll share mine until JBS comes back. This right here was one of my highlights where Sister Marie said I enjoyed meeting everybody, and I'm going to 100% agree. It was going around, looking somebody in the eye, shaking their hand, hugging their neck, and this will stick with me forever. When I got to, and I think it was day 2 or day 3, when I went up and hugged her, and I said, I am so happy I got to hug your neck. She looked at me and she goes, why? And
Sister Marie is awesome.
I was like, yeah, I was like, you are awesome. You are one of the people that I knew was going to be there. And I was so excited to come meet, it's that whole thing. It doesn't matter if you have a YouTube channel with 1 subscriber, you have no subscribers and you're just in the chat, or, you're one of the guys with 10,000 subscribers. Once I knew you were going to meet there, you are that celebrity to me. I want to meet you. And that was a highlight to go around and be able to go like right here. Holly's next. I hugged Holly. I know what she
I
looks
did
like.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Sister is an Ohio sister. I know her well. I know her. We'll say I don't know her 100% well because we never know anybody
Mhm.
100%.
Correct.
But we can learn enough. I mean, a good hug, like Rural says, a good hug. A good chat. You can learn a lot about a person if you're open to learning at that
Yeah.
point.
Oh, he's back now. You got
Yeah.
finished
Oh, there
off.
he is.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, I agree with what Ghost is saying. Like, you got to be open to accepting new people, and like you got to be open to that, willing to accept people, I think, and open to put yourself out there.
Yeah, but like anyone will think or say, is you have to do that with a respective restraint.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when you can create a physical contact with a person, that's when you can understand that person more.
Mhm.
It's like you give someone a good hug, not a hand, and I don't say a handshake because a handshake don't mean crap.
Mhm.
But you give a person a good, handshake, hug, back tap, and you're
Mhm.
like, yeah, this is a good person. And yet you will also feel, yeah, no, I don't like this person, but I'm going to be a good person because that's me and treat you properly and fairly.
Mhm.
But, you know
Yep.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like when I met JBS, I'm like, because I've seen him in chats. Dude, he's like
Yeah.
the original fucking shoot, sorry, Rural. I apologize for that, but JBS is like he's a very intellectual troll and he knows how to do it. And
Mhm.
those that especially now that I've met him, now that I understand him more, it's like here he goes. I'm gonna let him
Mhm.
go. I'm
Mhm.
just gonna let him go
Yep.
because I know what he's talking about. Now I
Yep.
understand him. I
Mhm.
met him. I broke we pulled pork together.
Yep.
Yeah.
We talked solar
It
class.
was good
I was
too.
there with him.
Mhm.
So it changes everything. Now,
Yep.
if I didn't meet you and you come in, you talk about stuff that he talks about or Rural talks about or anybody in chat talks about, and you don't have a blue wrench, I'm gonna look at
Yeah.
the
Well, and
channel creator, and I'm gonna go from that point.
Yep.
I try not to troll though. I mean, especially since I've been there, I've been not trolling, but I think it's also like where it's the
Well,
conversation, because there is the delay, and like sometimes I'll put stuff out there and it just hits at the total wrong time.
it's it's not really trolling. It's stating a fact and concept in a
Mhm.
situation, but most are going to be like, "Oh, he's trolling."
Yep.
Okay, I
You
got
know,
you.
Yep.
that's like I saw a few of your comments and I'm like, "Dude, this guy hold on, wait a minute."
Yeah.
And then I went back and read all your comments and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you sneaky sucker."
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Uh,
okay, I get where he's going with this. So to me, he wasn't a troll. But
Mm-mm.
how many other people are going to be like, "Oh, he just talked about Taco Bell being a
Yeah.
toilet destroyer." You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, I
And
get
that's
you. I get you. I can see that.
yeah. And
Yep.
now I've had the beautiful benefit of being face to face with the man. And
Mhm.
it's like, you sneaky bugger.
Yep.
And
Yep. And
it's awesome.
I'm gonna talk right here real quick on what Rabbit said. Be very careful with the groups that you find in your own state. Sometimes they'll stab you in the back. And I agree. You have to be careful, period, especially when you're meeting people on the internet. But a
Your own
small
family can do that.
0.001% of fireside chat is what I said. For
Hey,
me.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
can I throw
Is
something in there real
yeah,
quick?
yeah,
It's like we walk away feeling good, and like, hey, we met people we can actually do life with or rely on or whatever it may be. But you still got to build those relationships. Like
yes,
the seed was planted, but the tree hasn't fully started growing yet.
I am.
That tree
Yep.
can grow into something good, or it can wither and die if you let it.
Yep,
It's up to you, but you have to be careful about period
yes,
about who
Yeah.
you meet.
yeah. For
That
me,
that's one of my horrible points is I talked to y'all. I got your numbers. I may not text or chat with you for a while. And it's nothing against you. That's me by nature. I'm very quiet. Well, I'm very quiet. That sounds shit.
I'm the
you,
same way, like phones, text, stuff like that. Unless you're hitting me up, like I just get into
Yeah.
me
mhm.
and doing my stuff. It's easy to
Yeah.
go a while without reaching out or saying hello or.
and
Yeah. And I apologize.
see, for me, if you're on the internet, especially if you don't have a channel, and even if you do, you can come off and be fake. Okay, you can play this really good game, and
Facts.
I'm sure we've all seen it. Somebody's
Yep.
come along and they had a really good channel, or they speak really good in the chat, and all of a sudden you find out later they are not who they say they are.
Yeah,
And
they're
my whole thing is, yes, I was probably one of the first in bed every single night, but my goal was is to be up, and I had coffee going and I was getting breakfast as I watched people emerge from tents. And you're talking on day 2 after all the storms, you're not faking coming out of that tent. I get to see you raw and for 100% real who you are. And you can definitely tell when they are the same person the night before as they are at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now
you
you're getting an insight.
you got to see me with maybe 2.5 hours of sleep every
Yep.
morning. Because
Yep.
I walk out of my area and I'm like, dude's already up. I know
Mhm.
he had breakfast.
Yep.
I just looked over and I'm like, oh, morning, brother. He's just
Yep.
like, "Yeah, you ain't awake yet. Go back to bed."
I saw quite a few people that, yeah, you're talking about, you cannot hide stuff like that.
No.
For other people, you get up, you do your hair, your makeup, take a few minutes, you read a script, you shut it down, delete it, come back, redo. There is no second chances. When you
Mm-mm.
pop out of that tent, I get to see who you are, and it was very interesting to watch people emerge and see who was the morning person and bright and shiny, and who was the coffee please person. And
I didn't
Well,
know you
too.
saw me getting ready in the mornings.
oh, I peeked around to a lot of people. There was I think it was the first night. I think I originally got up at about like a little after 4.
Yeah, because I'm still up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, what's he doing? I
I thought
just,
I got up early enough to put my makeup on. Nobody would see me.
not swinging a miss. We all saw it.
Yep. Yep. That's right, Holly. It
But
was my hair a mess.
yeah, but yeah, it raises a good point when you see somebody at their what do you want to call that? The
The most
primal
raw
waking
moment,
stage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It, it's epic. I mean, you get people that wake up like at 5 in the morning and they're in their tent till 8.
Yep.
What are you doing? And
Mhm.
then, well, I mean, I know the people that do it. I know what they're doing. You know, they got their coffee going. They're trying to figure out, do I want to get up?
Eh,
But then I have to do all this stuff, and it's. But then you got those that wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and they come out their tent, and they're like,
mhm. Yeah,
It's
I
like,
thought I saw a
dude,
zombie once in a while.
yeah, it's like, dude, you went to sleep at 8 o'clock at night. How are you waking up as a zombie when I got 2.5 hours of sleep? But
Yeah.
hey, everybody's different,
Yep. Yep.
and it's so
Absolutely.
much fun.
Yes. Yes. And that's the one I know Vision's getting pressured on kicking around the idea of a fall bug out weekend. And I know everybody is going to say thank you to him. And again, that's why all of us, gave him a gift to say thank you for all the stuff that he's done. I'm sure he'll share it out with everybody. But
Yeah, Vision is Ohio family. He's a great guy.
there's a lot of logistics and back end stuff that a lot of people don't get to see, whether you're there or not. That is a lot of planning and preparing and a lot
Yeah,
on your shoulders. And especially this year, teaching all them classes and having all that down and all this to try and keep, I get to mingle, but I still have to, be the
Mhm.
head of all this. So yeah, it's
and
it's absolutely amazing.
and that's the
Yes.
beautiful thing with the bug out is Vision has a team behind him.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
you guys all killed it, and I get what Rule's saying to that. Like, Vision
he
has to be the string puller, but
Mhm.
like you said, the team, he's got to rely on the team too. And I think you guys killed it. You guys nailed it.
Mhm. Mhm.
if Vision came up to any, because a couple of us have been there. This is our 3rd year. We are Vision's Ohio family, and he comes out and goes, "Hey, here's what's going on. Here's what we're working on. Can you guys handle this? I'll handle this. Just be there for backup." We're all like, "Psh, yeah, we got this."
Yep.
You know, there's no
Yep.
worries there because we know he's got it, and he knows we got it, and
Mhm.
that's. I hope it helped. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, Bug Out Weekend ran very smoothly.
Yes, it
I
did.
know he's still stressed the heck out because
Mhm.
that's Vision,
Yep.
but he went home, got a good nap, and cuddled with Cole and the
Yeah.
COO, and now he's like,
Yes.
okay, back to life, right?
And I got a little taste of it. We're not going to go into details, but on the very first class, I believe there was a small thing that happened, and the instinct in me was bolt. Act, do something, and I was like, stop.
Mm.
People
Hmm.
are covered. And then
Hmm.
within half a second, I think within a blink of an eye, Vision immediately goes rural. Nope, there it is. Dog off the leash. I'm out. Let's go. I got it. I'll handle it.
Hmm.
So I mean, I got that little bit of a taste of what you guys do, and I was doing my best to be on my best behavior and sit back.
Well, you saw it during the certain chat we all had Saturday night.
Hmm.
You'd watch as certain people would catch something and leave, and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
Hmm.
you know.
It was very well done because yes, it was noticeable, but everything kept rolling.
It was fluent. It
Yeah.
was literally like a rolling river.
Yes, it
Someone's like,
was.
"I see something. I don't get this. What's wrong? I need to go
Mhm.
inspect." And then certain people are like, "Oh, he just got up. All right, what's going on?" You
Hmm.
know, that's how it should be. And that's how a group should be
Yeah.
too, you know.
Yes.
One
Yes.
person goes, "Wait, something feels wrong. Something sees wrong. Something smells wrong. Something, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's up," which means he's hit on something. We're gonna wait to see his response, and then
Hmm.
we respond, and that's how it was.
Yes. Yes, and which we're way over our 1 hour. But I want to hit a point, and then we'll circle back. God's Prepared Warrior has popped in, and he was inspired by one of my morning chats. Okay. He's a small growing channel, very good dude, puts out really good information, but it's one of those things coming back to Bugout Weekend.
My
You
chat guy.
never know who is watching you and who is listening. And that
Mhm.
action that you do or that word that you say that you never even knew somebody was paying attention to, you don't know what impact that's going to have on them and what is going to inspire them to do the next thing they do. And it might be something incredibly great. And so I watched a lot on Bug Out Weekend. You know, I wanted to see how people interacted with each other and what they were doing, whether they were with people, alone, different things. And it was incredible to see. Yes, we played around. Yes, we had shenanigans. Yes, we did stuff.
You
There
have
was
to.
there was no problem. There was no fist fight. There was no yelling. There wasn't even a hint that it was ever even going to happen.
Nope.
Mhm.
So yes, yes. That was one of the things for me of just watching the interactions of absolutely everybody. And there was no point that I can even have any sort of recollection of somebody doing something that would be like, oh, now I'm going to have some bad taste in my mouth or anything. Everybody was perfect. It was kind of like just being at a family reunion with people you met 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I would say if you're going there to do bad things anyway, you're already there for the wrong reasons, and it's going to
Yeah.
be pretty easy to single you out, and you know what I mean. Take appropriate action to separate you and send you on your way.
Yep.
Yeah. It's going to be a bad day for them.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. So, all right. So we're coming up onto an hour and a half. You guys are killing me because you both have met me. We have talked and laughed. We're way past my bedtime. So I
Slacker.
so JBS, if you're going to leave everybody tonight with your favorite thing from Bug Out Weekend or a word of wisdom or anything along those lines, the table is yours, sir.
I mean, I'll just say the seeds were planted. What you do with them is up to you. You know,
Mhm.
a gardener can either eat or he can starve based off what he does with those seeds that were planted at Bug Out Weekend. So, I mean, I wish I had something more, but you use the group you got, use the people you met to grow stronger, and then use that to make more people like them. So we can spread the word, spread the knowledge, spread the love.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
right. Ghost, you, buddy.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Hang out with people. Live, and I don't mean in the same house, but live with people
Hmm.
in the mindset of life, experiences, knowledge. Be around them.
Hmm.
Share with them and see if they share back. See if your experiences get you experiences. If they don't, well, I'd probably tell them to pound salt. That's how I live. But at
Yep.
the end of the day, we as human beings, we're human and we need humans.
Yep.
So find your humans,
Yep.
build your humans, and be a family, not two arguing sides.
Yep.
Which, I mean, obviously, I know it's going to happen at some point, but hey, do what you
Agreed.
can
Hmm.
and work with those that agree with your concept and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will add and I will build on what both of you were saying. And it's a bridge. You have built that bridge and you can be as closed off going, I've already got my group. I've already got my plan. I've already got everything. I don't need any more people. But the
Yep.
thing is, for me, when I got there and I started talking to Vision, and I went, wait a second, brother, you're the next county over from me. Now my
Yeah.
group has a whole nother group,
Yeah.
so if something happens, I have a trading partner, you know,
Yeah.
or we
Yeah.
have backup, or we have, instead of me going there and going, man, I've really got to do all my homework and all this stuff because I need one more mag member. I technically just doubled my mag. Like, it was
Yep.
incredible for me. So you build that bridge. And the thing is, you know, if Vision called me and said, hey, I need something, as long as I can, I'm going to do whatever I can to help him out. The whole point of it is, though, that first plank was laid to build the bridge. And I don't know where that bridge leads to, but I'm excited to find out. So we'll see where it all goes, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could be New York, could be California. You never know.
Yep. Yep.
But there's
So
always a caveat that everybody has to understand and learn is
mhm,
you can build the strongest bridge, but you also, and this is horribly sad to say, is you also have to have that ability to burn that bridge.
yes.
And
Yes.
I truly hate to say that, but it is a fact. I mean,
Hmm.
you could build the Golden Gate Bridge, but you may have to drop that in the bay.
Hmm.
And it's horrible to say because we all want to be family. We all want to be connected. We
Yes.
all want to be one because that's really the only way we survive as
Hmm.
is as one. But
Hmm.
there and in my group, we've had that situation where we had to, unfortunately, burn that bridge.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
a thing to always remember. Keep
Yep.
that in your mind. You don't want to, but I mean, you may have to.
Yep. You do.
Just
Well
don't
said.
focus on burning it. Focus on building it.
Hmm.
Because if
I
you
Yeah.
can
think
build it, then you can take it down.
Yep. Yes, it is. And God's prepared warrior, I saw you put in the chat that you want to start a bug out weekend in Texas. Get a hold of Vision or Ghost. You could probably help and you know, lead him some other places. But send me an email, send Vision an email, send somebody. We will get you to the right people in order to help you set it up. But
We know
yeah,
the people.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
It's
it's that inspirational moment. You know, he is in Texas, but by watching our videos, now he's inspired. He wants to have his
yep.
own bug out weekend.
If you build it,
awesome.
they will come. It
Hmm.
might not be the first year, but they will come.
Yes, yeah, and it's one of those things too. Make sure that you realize, do not look at the huge picture of, you know, this is Vision's bug out weekend. You have to look more strategic and behind it. Do you not
Hmm.
realize that it had to be somebody had to inspire somebody else, and that person had to inspire somebody else, and that person had to inspire Mike to create his channel and start a bug out weekend in order for Vision to see Mike and go, hey, I want a bug out weekend. If one of those
Hmm.
things didn't happen, would we have had that weekend?
One spark.
Yep.
One spark is all it takes to create insanity or collectivity.
Yep.
I like
Literally.
how you went there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You one spark can create that insanity, or that one spark can create a collectivity that you never thought would happen.
Yep. That's right. Hashtag it is all Mike's fault.
100%.
Yes.
Mike's fault.
Yep. So, all right. So as we wind down, make sure that you go and check out Vision Preparedness. I know that he's doing Thursday night live, so you can go hang
Yeah.
out and talk with him. If you
Mayhemic
have,
Thursday.
yep, if you have any questions, you are more than welcome to email him. I know he's a very busy man, but he will get back to you. So shout out to Vision. You had a very amazing weekend, and I'm super proud of you. You are awesome, and you just know that all of us right here, especially Ghost has already proven himself. But I know between me and JBS, we're a phone call away. If we can help in any
Mhm.
way, shape, or form, we are right there.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
two are awesome. I'm really glad I got to meet you both.
Yes, which JBS posted a video for the first time.
Well, it's already down. It's gone. I left
Oh
it up
no.
for a few days, and then I was like,
I
okay, it's
didn't
got to
even
go.
get a notification. What the heck? Really?
Yeah, it was just a thank you to you guys because I mean it was awesome. So I was like, hey, I figured I'd thank you in the way that you guys do your YouTube. So made a
I
thank you
didn't get a
video.
notification. What the heck? And I'm
Now
subbed
you
to
have
your
to redo it,
channel.
JBS.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I may have to because it's gone. Like I don't think I have it. So
Oh, you did the full delete. He's like,
Yes.
yeah, hey, thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah.
Well, I
Awesome.
mean, probably wasn't that good anyway. To be honest, I don't know who saw it, but I don't even have chat up right now. I'm not in the chat because I can't chat and I don't know how to work all this stuff.
That's okay. That's okay. That's right.
If you've ever watched any of my videos, you'd be like, and he posts this? What the heck?
Awesome. All right, so we're going to wind down. I'll thank you both. If you guys do hang out for just a few seconds while we wrap this up, and we're going to kick it off for the night. So, guys, I appreciate you so much. We went way over, but this is a special edition, and some very, very special things happen. Gear and all that can all break. Anything man-made can and will go bad at some point in time. But the
Mhm.
memories that were created will last us a lifetime. So, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed night and stay tuned because we are going to be back same time, same place next week. And with that, remain united because we're all prepping in this together. Night, folks.